Let's go.
Hello.
Hello. Why the heck? All right. DoorDash is kind of playing with me.
DoorDash is playing with you. Oh no, that's
And
no
they're
good.
doing some picky stuff with their app. It's all good. They can't play with me. They can't play
Yeah.
with me.
Mhm.
All right, but we're a little late. But we jumping in here. Let's just start motivation
Let's
and let's jump into it, Care. Let's jump into it. I
okay.
wanna I wanna know. I wanna know what's going on in terms of just your past week. And I guess if we are to like in some sense have a level of topic to what we were talking about in terms of
Hmm.
motivation. I don't know what has been you've said you were going to do at the start of this new year, like something that you said that you were going to do
Okay.
at the start of this new year that you haven't done yet. And perhaps it's due to fear.
Hmm.
We're almost 1 month in and something that
Yes.
you just haven't done.
Something
Like,
I haven't done that I said I was going to do.
yep, you were just like, all right, man, this year, or maybe you didn't necessarily say this year, but you've been saying it, and it's just fear that is just still holding you back. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because like I was saying this about life
Hmm.
coaching, and like you know what I'm saying. Me and you just did a consultation today, and I'm just like, man, like I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. I'm overcoming this fear, and so I'm just kind of like, I want to know, for
For me. Like,
you, yeah, exactly. It's like
yeah. I mean, yeah, you are doing it. You are.
I'm killing it.
You're killing it.
I'm done.
He's a good
Like,
he's a good
eh, eh,
life coach, y'all.
let's go. Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Anyways, for me, I guess for me,
Hmm.
um, and it's not necessarily that I've said I'm going to do
Okay.
this, say, but I guess it's something I've kind of thought about, contemplated,
Yeah.
um, but I really haven't necessarily done it, is
Yeah.
um uh post like more like talking content, I guess. Like of like
Mm, okay.
my um even like
That's
I guess
big.
just
Hmm.
yeah, I guess just recently I had thought about posting like, and I still can. I mean, it's not like I have the picture, just I got a reminder on my Snapchat. Like there was
Yeah.
this like, memory that came up um of it was like a picture of me in Hawaii when I used
Yeah.
to live there. My sister was there
Hmm.
at that time, and
Yeah.
like it's a picture of me in a bikini like walking on the beach.
Mm,
I'm like, I looked really good.
yeah.
Like, I was like, dang, I looked good.
Yeah.
But like that's me looking at it now. But me
Hmm.
then, like I knew like exactly how I felt in that moment.
Yeah.
That I was like, I did not think I looked good.
Yeah.
Uh, I felt fat. I felt like unattractive.
Mm,
All of these things.
yeah.
Part of that was because of the people that I was with at the time
Yeah.
that were
Hmm.
like putting those negative, like, I mean, I already had insecurities, but like feeding into them with
Yeah.
like validating or not saying that, you do look good or you are, is like more like you are getting fat, like, you need to like look like this person or like
Yeah.
be like that person or like all of these things. And so, so I had that on that picture. And
Yep.
then even, um, then being away from that
Yeah.
people and, taking myself out of that,
Yeah.
um, being like, I am much bigger now,
Yeah.
like than I was then,
Hmm.
but I feel so much better and feel beautiful and feel like, all this stuff. And
Yep.
while I am still working towards being like healthy, it's like I can see like when I was at my biggest
Yeah.
to where I'm at now is like I was beautiful then. I was beautiful at the younger when I was my smallest, and
Yeah.
I'm beautiful now. Like there's no change. It's just how you it's perspective, I guess, where you're at.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah. Oh, I was thinking about even like making a video about that. And
Yeah.
I still can. Um, but is
So
this
in you, are you saying that it's fear that's been holding you from it though?
I think in some cases, yeah. Just like
Mm.
like doing these to me it's easier because like it's not just me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're, you're asking questions. Um,
Hmm.
I like, making the video myself and then like posting it.
Yeah.
I don't know how like some of the other apps work, you know? Like, I don't know how to make a YouTube video necessarily. I've never done that. So, like, I don't know. What do I do?
But again, if you won't know unless you try.
Right?
You won't know unless you post, unless you get it out there, unless you try and fail, unless you fail. Like, do you feel like you're afraid of the failure aspect of it too, or not getting as many views, or getting called something underneath the comments?
Honestly, I don't really care about the views and stuff. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
like not like to me, it's not like none of that has been about that. It's
Yeah.
all my social media stuff
Yeah.
that I've made has always been like for me,
Yeah.
which I don't know, maybe is weird, but like that's just like I don't do like a niche kind of thing. It's like the content that I
Yeah.
make, I enjoy, stuff I like, maybe would like to see out there. I guess some of it is scary just to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I guess like maybe there's a little bit of fear of like if people comment like negative things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. Like, I mean, especially on I mean, at any platform, you can get negative comments and negative
Absolutely.
things. I
Hmm.
just didn't really have that in like the community that I had built on my TikTok for sure. Like a lot of people were
Yeah.
just really positive for the most part. Or if they didn't like it, they obviously would just scroll on.
Yeah.
Which
Hmm.
which I think is just what you should do. But
Hmm.
first is if you don't like something, just you can
Yeah. Just keep
scroll.
scrolling.
There's no
Exactly.
reason for you to like say something mean, but um but you know what? I guess a comment's a comment though. Like and that also boosts your algorithm or whatever. I don't know. So
Hmm.
positive, negative, whatever. Um it does something. But I guess just being vulnerable is difficult can be difficult,
Being
especially
vulnerable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um
No, I get that. Hmm.
especially like on your own. Yeah. When you
Yeah.
feel like making the video on your own. And I don't like some of it is like, I don't know, do I have the equipment that I need? Do I need more equipment? Uh,
Yeah.
all of that
No, that makes sense.
comes into play, I guess.
Everything you're saying makes sense. For sure. Wow. No, I appreciate that. Thank you for that vulnerability. What you're saying is definitely things that I've experienced myself, but I definitely can say it's definitely it starts with you. It starts with jumping. It starts with taking that leap, you know,
Mhm.
um, taking that leap of faith and making it a leap that, what I'm saying, you're willing to risk it all for. It's almost like a risk all leap. It's like come as it may, I'm gonna do this. Um,
Yeah.
this is dope. This is dope. I'm glad you said that. And you brought up the insecurities and stuff like that that you had in the past and things like that. And speaking on it too, and the reason why I would even say maybe this will motivate you or push you to even do it even more. But I think you should think about the fact that so many people need to hear this. There's so many people that need to hear what you're trying to say
Yeah,
because
and
they
I have
struggle
thought,
with it.
yeah, I have
Mhm.
thought about that too. I think part
Yeah.
of me is just even trying to like come up with the um I don't know, like do I use a green screen? Because I want to show the pictures.
Hmm.
But I think part of me is like I really have never done a lot of like the content creating, like the editing or like the like necessarily like I do like this super simple stuff. Like it
Hmm.
I don't really edit. I don't really like do that. I don't like I used to use like when I like it was like TikTok did it all in the app. Like I just did it all there.
Yeah.
Um so going to another platform
Hmm.
necessarily know how to like navigate it, you know? Not that
Yeah. Yeah.
it is different, like, so it's like a process of that. And then kind of figuring out how do I want to like show it because it's like I want to show that picture,
Hmm.
talk about it, maybe show a picture when I was like because even now I've changed like, the way that I look. I mean, I'm still larger than I was then, like,
Yeah.
but I also have like, actually I have like more muscles than I had in that like at that time. You
Yeah.
know?
Hmm.
So like there's that as well,
True.
aspect. Um, and but just like kind of showing the different stages of like I mean that wasn't me at my skinniest. My skinniest was in high school, but
Mhm.
even then I had, insecurities.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's just normal to have insecurities.
And again, that's the thing too, like you won't know until you do it. Until you do it,
Yeah,
you won't know what works, what doesn't work.
it's
You
true.
know, yeah. Until you actually put everything like actually, like making that post or this, the, what works for you, like what type of post works for you. You won't know until you actually put them all up. You can make the post with the green screen, the post without the green screen, and then if there's something that you don't know, also the bring them out of reaching out. You know, um, you can reach out to me.
You said
You
what?
can reach out to. It's like
Reach out to you.
reach out to. Exactly, reach out to people that I know. If I don't know, I'll definitely try to find somebody that does.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
um, just things like that. Like having that level of curiosity to go outside the comfort zone. That's
Hmm.
essentially what you're saying, and that may just be the fit, the level of comfort, because
Yeah,
it's a big thing.
it is. Like getting outside of your comfort zone is difficult.
Yep.
It's one
That's
of this is something I've had struggles with
yeah.
throughout my life, like and I think
Yeah.
everybody does is like it's so easy to get like, you get in a bubble, you get in your like
Yeah.
routine, you get in this thing and you're like,
Exactly.
I don't know, I don't even want to like step outside of that.
Yeah. Exactly. But don't do it, if you don't do it now, you probably never will. You got to think of it that way too. Like you may be ready for that moment, but if you don't do it now, if you don't make that first line, or if you don't even try, you probably never will.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm. You know, and waiting for the right moment, that'll never come. Like, if we're
Right.
being honest,
Not to the right moment will
it'll never come. You'll never, nah,
yeah. I
it'll never come,
hmm
So,
No,
yeah.
I was kind of thinking because
Hmm.
I was kind of thinking this
Yeah.
because I'm going to Hawaii in February.
Yeah.
And so what I kind of thought would be cool to do before I made the post was take like new pictures in Hawaii,
Yeah.
like that kind of sort of mimic that picture,
Hmm.
that picture, like of me now.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be kind of fun. So then it might be a little like later.
But I'm gonna
Just
hold you accountable to it. I'm gonna hold you accountable to this post because I want to see it.
you're gonna hold
I
me
want,
accountable to this post. Okay. Well,
yeah.
I mean, I have this is being recorded, so
I want to see it posted. Um, I want to see it
okay,
posted.
it will
All
be
right.
posted. Okay, but I still think I like the idea of me like because I'm going back to Hawaii and
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like that's kind of like a full circle kind
Hmm.
of thing.
Yeah.
So I'll make the post after I get back from
Mm-hmm.
all right.
All right.
It'll be
Yes.
in February,
Like I
mid-February.
said, that gives you more time to make it. But all right.
I'm not making an excuse, Trey. I'm making a plan. This is making a
I'm
plan.
glad.
I'm
I'm glad.
I'm making a plan.
No, hey, like I said, whenever you're ready, whenever you're ready to jump, you go.
This is a plan. I made a plan. And I think it
I
would
love
be
it.
cool.
I love it. I love it.
I have to like it.
I think it's but like I said, I think whenever you do, however, feel like it's the fear, whenever you are using fear, as an excuse, then just remember the people that need to hear it. I think that'll be a good motivation for you to get
Yeah.
out and say. Because again, I was going to tell you about a person I saw online, um, or actually I found out about their death on part of it
Mm.
was like the insecurity, just what you were talking about. So for me, it was like, man, like what you just say, I suppose like that, you know, could possibly,
Yeah.
yeah, that could be the post like that could be exactly what um that person needed, or could be what somebody else needed, and could be what prevents something like what this person did. They overdosed, I believe, but they've
Mm.
talked about a lot of demons being like insecurity, things of that nature. Uh,
Yeah, that's true.
right.
That's true. You
So
don't know
I
like
think mhm,
you don't know what you say like what you say if it could like how much of an impact it
exactly. Yep, exactly. So it's just like, putting it out there, and that could be just what someone. So just a little motivation for you to put it out there. You know,
Huh? I
you know,
don't know.
because even like with me and the life coaching, like you know, that's something I didn't necessarily want to do because I didn't think I don't want to be tied down to that name or that bubble. But I was like,
Mhm.
that could be exactly, what someone needs. That could be exactly what somebody um, you
I
know,
mean, you kind of have already been doing it. Just
and that's the thing
not
too.
getting, it's not necessarily getting paid for it.
That's the thing too. Exactly. So it's just like,
You're just
you
stepping
know,
up and you're embracing it.
yep. And but that could be something that a lot of people are afraid of too.
Hmm.
They never actually embrace it. And so
Yeah.
you're
No, I
squinting
definitely.
to them.
And I think that could be part, like, I mean, that could also be part of the fear too. It's just like, am I like, do I
Yep.
am I embracing this? I
Yep.
mean, just talking on these podcasts that's a
Yeah.
big step for me.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, I'm trying to stay out the Hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second.
No problem.
Okay. Excuse me. Much longer is this order here? The pizza? Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I was just saying, just talking on these
Mhm.
podcasts is
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Exactly.
a big step for me
Exactly.
because there's a lot of like,
Yep. Got it, please. I
that
appreciate you.
come.
Have a good one. You too. Appreciate you. Yeah. Exactly. So it's just like, you know, in a sense, being able to like have that motivation, that level of tenacity. I think that's the word too. Like being tenacious about it to the point to where it's like, man, yeah, because let me ask you this. do you really want to make that post? Like, do you feel like that's something that you would love to do? Post something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about no, I've thought about it for like every year that that thing um like the first time I posted it just on Snapchat for my friends and for me.
Oh,
And then
you didn't even go public with it.
I didn't go public with it yet. And then
Oh,
next year I shared it with the Her Collective group
yeah,
because like I was like I felt like it was inspirational for them.
yeah.
I think that was like last year.
Mhm.
And like so then this year I was like I think I need to make I think I need to make a post, like an actual
Mhm.
post about it. Like
Yeah,
like a public because I mean I have started to like branch out of like, being extra like quiet, like
yeah.
private
Mhm.
into like more of like I mean, me going live on TikTok was like a big
Yeah, yeah. That's huge.
um it wasn't like, it was a little bit outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So I mean, I got into the groove, but
Mhm.
like it was still outside my comfort zone. But
Absolutely.
like doing it. And so like
Yeah,
now that I'm having to like branch out more because again, like I did get into that bubble, that TikTok
yeah,
bubble, which is great, but also like you can't put all your eggs in one basket.
yeah,
Um, and like so branching out will be good. And so they just gotta figure out different things and figure out if it's like something that I really want to do.
yeah.
Because I never really think about myself as like an influencer, but
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
do, but I do want to like make an impact in people's lives. Like, I mean, like we were talking about with in in the life coach thing.
Yeah.
Um, it's like my whole reason for becoming a counselor is, to make an impact.
Exactly. Yeah, be someone that you didn't have.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
so I think like, sharing those stories. I mean, I think that's why I really enjoy this like community in these groups.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like you can potentially have an impact on someone.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
like, I mean, and I guess, even if it's just one person,
Even if it's just one. Yeah.
that's all that matters. Like
Yeah.
for me, like, you know, I am an introvert and
Man. No.
knew you were going to say something.
You're
I
right.
I am an
I'm tired
introvert.
of all this line. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I digress. I'm sorry.
Introvert and I enjoy but it's like the one-on-one conversations the like
Hmm.
that kind of thing is like really important to me
Hmm. Yeah.
and it's meant like you know and I think part of that like part of me being an introvert is
Yeah.
like one of the reasons that it's scary to express yourself to like just a vast audience like that you don't
Hmm.
know like you
Yeah.
like it's like you're just saying things to
Hmm.
people that are out there um yeah but at least I guess part of it like I mean I can do it in the comfort of my own home
Yeah.
so I don't have that you know but like when you're actually talking to people that it's like different having
Yeah.
conversations with them and um that's how I feel about it anyways.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I want this call to be a call where like we do something, or you do something, or I do something, or we do something, or whoever listens to it does something. But I want it to be a level of which,
Yeah,
we grab what we wanted to do, or what we have not been doing by the horns,
yeah.
and we wrestle that thing. Like, and
Mhm.
I'm talking about wrestling, like slam it down. Like we in wrestling get to the point to where we make those attempts and we make those failures because that is the only way. that we're going to succeed in anything is if we fail. Um, you gotta fall before you learn how to walk. You gotta fall before you learn how to ride a bicycle. Um,
That's true.
you know what I'm saying? Like you got to, because we can. The thing is, and that and again, that's I think it's so funny. But like you said, life coaching is what I've been doing, and it's I got a burning desire for it because it's just like so many people just talk, and so and I have been a talker oftentimes, but oh, the joy when you stop talking. Oh, the joy when you start doing. And I think, part of doing the life coaching and doing that with you and other people that I've mentioned it to, like when you start doing, it's like a fire. You know what I'm saying? I see why I created this group because they're all branches of me.
Yeah.
You ever seen that? It's like a movie or something where it's like they're like all different personalities of somebody or something. Like you got a woman who's happiness, a man who's sad, or like they're all like type of emo. I think Will Smith. I think like Will Smith was in it, something like that.
No, I haven't seen that movie. I mean, what you're describing to me sounds like Inside Out.
Inside Out. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. It could even be something like Inside Out. Exactly. No,
But
that's perfect.
I don't think so. But just like, in your mind, you have the different emotions.
Exactly. It could be just like Inside Out, like just that level of emotion where it's just like, man, like
And
I'm,
like you
go
become
ahead.
those like emotions
You
at that.
become those emotions. Exactly. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's just like, you know. You with these groups, they have also served that purpose with me, where it's just like
Mm.
I created these groups and these communities in some very deep, selfish way for my own self, because it's like I know that these things are remnants of me, and I
Mhm.
know that I also need them.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
I think that you can see that, and I think that's good. That's like I said, like even with my social medias, is like, one of the reasons I named it, like one of them is just Kara being Kara, is because
Mm,
literally just me. Like when
yeah,
I content, it's for myself
yeah,
mostly. And if somebody else resonates with that, that's wonderful, and I hope they do.
yeah,
Um, but like I did selfishly make it for me. Like
yep,
honestly, the whole reason that I even started doing TikTok in the first place was when I was depressed.
yeah.
And
Come
um
on now,
I
come
found
on. No wonder you feel the way you feel about the band. Dang,
too,
you did it off of wow,
I was depressed at the time when I found it. And
wow.
like I was doing it, like I downloaded the app to support a friend.
Uh,
Um and then like I had started posting, like I found an outlet of
yeah.
like I found people that were singing on there, and then I found out
Uh,
and I started singing on there. And
yeah,
like for me, like music is like healing for me, and like
yeah,
doing that healing for me. And so
yeah,
like when like I was depressed, but I had an outlet of like I can sing these little songs with these people on here, and
yeah,
it was for me.
yeah,
Like originally my name was My Zen Moments. Like this is just my peaceful moments, my
yeah,
time, whatever. Um, and so like, yeah. So that's what I did, and that's why it's just like it was never about like people. It was never about people finding me, following me, liking me, all of that stuff. It was really just for me to have an outlet. And I think in some cases it's good to, like everybody can find their own way of doing things, but I think like, you know, if you don't have some level of, I think, selfishness or
yep,
some level of like, this is
hmm,
for you, I don't end up
yeah,
working in the end because if you're not doing it for yourself, like in a sense, like if you're not doing something that you
yeah,
enjoy or for yourself, you're gonna give it
You're
up.
gonna
Like if
give
it's
it
just
up.
for somebody else,
Exactly.
you're gonna give it up because that can't sustain you, you know?
I think, yeah. One second. Give me one
But
second,
yes,
Karen.
that is why oh, no problem.
I'm sorry, I'm just feeling in this order, but yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. But that is why I'm very upset about the ban.
No, and that makes a lot of sense. Give me one second. I'm sorry.
I know you're working.
Yeah, it's pretty dark right here. I'm just trying to make sure I'm good.
Yeah.
Give me one second. Someone's like, I'm knocking on the door, but they're not coming. Give me one second. One second. What's this?
That's okay.
All right. Yeah, it was a bit dark around this house, so I was like, hey, let me just hold on.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not want
You
to, you know
gotta,
what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you gotta be careful.
yeah, you gotta be safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. One thing about Trey, he gonna make sure he's safe. I don't care what I'm doing. It's like, hey, hold on. This is crazy.
Mhm.
But
They didn't turn the
but yeah,
lights.
that again.
They didn't turn their lights on for you.
Nah, some houses don't. They just like they were laid up in the bed. I was like, hey, I had to call them. I was like, and she was like, I'm naked. Go ahead and get the dough. I said, hold on, like naked. I said,
You ordered DoorDash.
yo, I was like, hey, when y'all, yeah, that's what I was like, just DoorDash Chick-fil-A. Like, do you want your food? You know, and just like, and she talked to her, I guess, talking to her baby, her baby dad, whoever he was. She was just like, I'm naked. Go get the dough. And so
That's
it was a
that
whole thing.
that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
I always make sure before I order DoorDash that I put clothes on so I can
Absolutely.
complain.
It's like I'm pretty sure y'all anticipating the food, right? Like I was not trying to see no big old cajoles, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to, nah, I didn't want to see none of that. So,
Well,
but we good. We all good. Oh, see. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to more so just say or have just a perspective of, you know, um, essentially they're just being a level of, like I say, grit, fight, and however that comes, however that may come about, for you or for me, um,
yeah.
is as long as we're fighting. I think that's my main thing about this conversation and just this topic in general. Um, is fighting, fighting, fighting for what you love, fighting for what you want to do, and don't let fear chokehold you because you know you end up losing time. And I think that's the main thing. Like if you
Mhm.
harp on, if you submit to fear, I would say, or allow it to chokehold you, you waste a lot of time. And you waste a lot of time ultimately realizing that, dang, I should have did this a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks because it's like, dang, like you're no one cared about you like in the way that you thought they would. Like no one really cares about what you're doing and who and what you look like. Like no one really cares about that stuff. It's just stuff. I guess it's just some pride that we may have that may make us think that people care, but they're too busy worried about their own freaking big nose, or they think that their own head is too big. They're too busy worrying about their own ish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For the most part, like
yeah,
people are thinking about you. Like, I mean, it's like when you think like, oh my gosh, I have a zit. You know, like in high school, you
yeah.
they're like, oh my gosh, everybody can see it, but they're really not thinking about that
No
because
one cares about that at all.
cares
They
about
worry
it.
about their own zit.
They are. They're
They
thinking
have a
they're
zit.
like, oh my gosh, I freaking noticed this, but they
Right.
don't notice yours.
It's
There are
insanity.
people. I mean, there are some people. There are some people who will point out your stuff, like
That's to hide their own stuff. Like that.
exactly. No,
It's to
exactly.
hide.
Like that's the thing. It's like the people that are pointing them out are trying to get you to like, are trying to get people to not look at them.
Look at them. It's like they're hiding their own stuff,
They don't
you
want to be the
know?
ones under the microscope.
Yeah. They're freaking hiding their own stuff.
And be the ones holding
It makes no sense to, yeah, it makes no sense to partake in it in any aspect
it.
because they're hiding their own insecurities, their own stuff. And, that's my main point of this call, of this topic, I would say today is to just, you know, and I'm talking to myself here. It's literally cut the BS. Let's cut the ish. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like the gig is up, the game is up, the game is over. It's like we got if there's something that you want to do, and again, scratch a new year, New Year's resolutions. It's a now game because you tomorrow's not promised.
Mhm.
It's a now game because tomorrow's not promised. You know what I'm saying? And I get what you're saying too about how you're planning certain aspects of, you're planning to make it happen or planning this and that. But though, and that's fine. A plan is fine. Just remember, a plan can cause you to delay. It can cause you to just delay it
It
even
can't.
longer. It can. It
It
can,
can't. No, it's
you
true.
know. But that's not to say that's what you're doing or that yeah, a plan is bad. But just
No,
remember, you may not
but
be able to post that.
you still have to work the plan.
Exactly. Exactly.
You can't just
Exactly.
you can't just make the plan. You have to work.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
And
I
so
guess
that's kind of where hmm
in the meantime, I mean, like that post is gonna happen. It will happen. But in the meantime, I can post other things. I mean, it's not that like that's not the only thing that
yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
yeah.
What else do you want to post? What else haven't you posted that you wanted to post? You know? And not even just posting, we're talking about posting. That's one thing that you brought up, but that's again, this is a topic about anything. Whether it was talking to somebody that you wanted to talk to a long time ago, whether it was,
Right.
doing this or doing that or doing, all these different things, I
A lot
think
of things.
contribute.
There's a lot of things
Yeah.
that are like thought about. Like this year, I kind of want to bring back writing letters.
Yeah.
So written
Yeah.
a letter yet.
hmm
There's still time, so I will. I have a person in mind though, so I'll write to them. Um,
hmm
um, Also, I've been, want to do like a hike. So
Yep.
hike every month, and I've yet to do one this month.
Yeah.
Um, so that is something as well.
Yep. 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 I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is dope. To be honest, we can end it here. My mom called, so I'm gonna call her back. But this is the main point. We got the point. We get this was the main point of the burning sensation of motivation. I would say in me today was this. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Like this was it. Let's just make sure we do. And I'm not like I said, I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
because there's other things. Life coaching was just one of them, but there's other things. But let's just do.
Let's just
Let's just do. Let's just do. But next one is poetry, right?
next one's poetry. Yeah,
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna call my mom right quick because she called me. I'm not really sure why.
yeah.
But I try not to just ignore her calls. But obviously, I was gonna have her wait until I got close to ending the call. But I feel there was this burn in me, and I literally feel like the burn has finally like simmered, and it was because I wanted to say this. I wanted to say
Hmm.
this. I
Yeah,
wanted to say this.
I think we got our motivation out.
Absolutely.
I will.
And
Oh,
no, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I'll see you in the poetry call. But what
Yep.
were you?
Poetry. No, no, I was just about to say, um, Yeah, ending it early too for me on this topic is just a matter of allowing it to simmer. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's like, as a
Yeah,
pastor, why keep preaching when you feel like you've preached?
exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
once you've made your point, there's no
Yep.
you beating the dead horse.
Exactly. 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 Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna call her and I'll see you in Portugal.
See you in poetry. Bye.
Love you. Bye.